What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. Today we're training triceps. I'm sounding more like Sam Sidic in these videos more and more every day.
Day 33, it's bulk day, chest day, he gives a fuck.
Oh, swore it already. Maybe I'll just edit it and beep it out, should be fine. So yeah, I'm training triceps today during lunchtime, during work. Getting paid by the corporation to go to the gym. So I usually train 3 days a week, twice at lunchtime. And my reasoning behind it is I train at night times and the energy levels tend to be quite low after that, after getting kids to bed and everything. So my thinking for that is I kind of split up the stress, right? So today I'm going to do triceps and rears. I mean, say that I can focus on pull solely tonight and give that the whole attention. Whereas if I grip both of them after that workout, one will get less attention and it would just be like a neglected child. So that's why I do this. So I'm going to take you through an effective, fast 40-minute tricep workout that you can do yourself, and I'll record myself and go through my reasons behind the exercise selection and stuff like that there. But for now anyway, let's get the pre-workout in us and we'll hit the gym. Oh, and I almost forgot what am I having for the pre-workout, because I know some of the comments will say, what's that you're eating? It's a half-chewed banana from a toddler because he decided, quote unquote, I want a different one. So that's the seconds, which most parents will be used to, getting second foods. Cereal. That's disgusting. And a simple protein. So, yeah, as I was saying, it's triceps and rear delts today. So, usually this will take around 40 to 45 minutes. And that still seems like a lot of time for a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people are thinking going, you spend 45 minutes doing triceps alone and like one set of like rears. Like that is a massive, time slouch. But I just made that word up, time slouch. Sounds pretty good. Like a time sink, waste of time. But being a bodybuilder and stuff, I still have in my head, which I haven't been able to remove, that I need to, really get over a certain, I feel like I really need to dedicate a lot of time to certain things, and that's just the way things are. I feel like if I'm gripping things together in workouts, I'm getting less out of them, and I've never really truly been able to grip two things together. And again, this does extra stress away from me. So I'll record the workout and I'll overdub audio over it and explain it here, but basically it's going to be simple enough tricep exercises. It's stuff to hit the lateral head, medial head. It's essentially exercises to sort of target all three heads. More or less about 4 exercises, but again, performed to quite high intensity. High enough volume on the warm-up sets, the leading sets, and then some form of a very heavy, well-controlled working set. While I'm a big believer of working sets and 6 to 10 rep ranges and stuff like that there. For arms, I think a bit more volume, just because you've got a lot of sensitive joints in between the elbows and stuff like that there. And arms seem to kind of work both well with volume and moving weight. You do need to move weight as well. Anyway, enough blah 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 blah. Let's get to the gym.
Alright, so the first exercise, in attempts to make this sound as interesting as physically possible. I'm not a professional narrator like Robot Wars. First exercise is the double rope pull down, push down, whatever you want to call it, for the triceps. Now, the reason why I like the dual rope is because for my mechanics, it does allow me to drive my elbow further back, and it allows me to separate my wrist a lot further out opposed to the bar. Now you see here, this is just a warm-up weight. Just trying to jam blood in. You can see me doing it at various different angles. I'm doing one angle's with a pinch grip, one's slightly in front of the forehead. These are sort of fun angles to play around with. The grip where you're just using the 2 fingers particularly is actually quite a good grip. I know it looks a bit ridiculous. You do it with lightweight, but it is actually gets really good connectivity back. You kind of do like sort of chicken thing with the elbows placed very ridiculously far out. Anyway, so this is the first proper set. I think this was a 17.5 kilo. This is for around about 21 reps. Now, as you can see, it is very controlled. I'm not just trying to swing the weight around. The negative here, you know, as soon as it locks out, I'm trying to resist that weight on the way up again. I'm just not letting it fly up all of a sudden. So here I can feel really good connection in the triceps, and these are why these have been really successful for me. For a long period of time, I've been doing the bar version of these. And I'm fighting a bicep tendonitis issue and front delt pains, and the bar is essentially forcing my shoulders almost around or causing a bit of shoulder tension. So these particular ones here actually I feel mechanically just work so much better for me. Again, I'm not able to load as much weight, but in terms of connectivity and mechanical feel, much more superior. So this second warm-up set, again, a bit of a high volume one. This was 20 kilo, around about 16 to 18 reps, I believe. I can't remember the rep range. I'm not going to count in this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's at least 5. So yeah, again, as you can see, there is a default quality placed the whole way through. I'm not swinging the weight around. I'm ensuring that there's a standard, and that standard echoes from the first warm-up to the last working set. This is all a rehearsal, right? I'm rehearsing the tempo, I'm rehearsing the form. So as when it gets to the last weight, everything's ready. This one here as well, you'll see me, this may look stupid, but I'm only doing 2 reps here, right? Because the last set here is 27 kilo, that's 25 kilo. I want to give my joints preparation, so when I go into this last working set, which is a good 30% increase of weight, that the body isn't shocked by the weight difference, right? So my joints are used to it. And obviously I'm prepping myself up here. And this is quite an intense rep. So it's 27 kilo for 13 reps or so plus. So I'll play it with some music. So I actually had a drop back set after that. Straight in was 15 kilo for a ridiculously slow, and when I say slow, I mean probably a good 5-6 second negative each one for a grueling 14 reps. But unfortunately my phone memory cut out on me at this point, so I had to delete videos. Anyway, now we're on to the cable crossover, seated cable crossover. I've put these in my program only quite recently. It's actually only been in the last, I want to say about 3-4 months. For a long time, my tricep training, I've never really sort of performed any of this, and that's because the majority of my tricep training is now done on cables. I was a big fan of compounds, like I said, close grip, weighted dips, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, I just don't have the shoulder. The shoulder injury's cutting me out from being able to do these, so I'm having to select things a bit smarter and able to actually do these. The cable crossovers are fantastic, and again, the ability to be able to separate your wrist so far out, it's honestly next to none. It is so good. The only worst bit is trying to get to the bench. Once it gets to higher weights, I think this weight now is 12 kilo. Pushing that, getting that weight on and then pushing it out, being able to move yourself forward and getting into the bench is a fucking nightmare. And if you get caught on the cables, I've been twisted and not twisted before, you look like a dick in the gym. You look like a dick. So anyway, these are cable crossovers. Again, this is about a 13 rep, more or less failure reset, and then there'll be one more big working set here. But again, tempo's really slow, making sure the negative's stretched, and not the log out. Beautiful, baby. Smile for the camera, baby. So as you can see, you literally have to go rhino mode to move the weight, and then you fly back very fast when you get in, so you just need to be safe. But here is the main working set. Here, if it was 15 kilo, and it was around about 10 reps to complete failure. Cue the music. And then there we go, complete failure with form breaking down there.
So as a drop back, I sliced like a big slice of pizza, sliced about 20% off this weight, waited about 20-30 seconds, and did standing cable crossovers just for a little more. I think it was just 10 kilo, and again you're looking around, I think it was about 9 reps when he was able to muster on this one, because at this point the triceps were truly fried out. But again, it's the same kind of moment. A bench, I do find good stability on the bench. The pull from the cables backwards on your triceps is quite a unique stretch on the triceps I like, but standing is a lot quicker to do. So now we move on to rear delt flies. The gym I'm at unfortunately doesn't have much equipment, so you gotta be creative. So just take a bench, face forward, and reverse flies. Now, for rears, I was a big proponent of just dumbbell rear flies, always. I used to would rest my head on a bench somewhere, and I was getting up to pretty good weights, 40 kilo dumbbells, 12 reps plus, but changing to such a lightweight controlled like this, mechanically has been a lot more superior for me. I'm able to sort of truly bring the rear delts to complete failure. This is even better than me standing up, which I normally do in a cable machine. I would stand up, no bench, and put the cables quite high and do the sort of crossovers, rear delt flies wise there. But even at that, just body stability wasn't great during them, right? A lot of the times the body kind of wants to rock, so being so strict against the bench here, these are a real welcome addition on my program. Since I've been putting these in, the connection has just been second to none. So 3 sets of rear flies here. Not huge weights. We're talking 5 kilo for the first set there for 20 reps plus, then a 7 kilo and a half set for 12 reps plus. But as you can see, even at the low weights, they're very taxing, especially with the full stretch at the bottom, as you can see there, and a real slow negative. The last set coming up here, this was 10 kilo. This one I should have reduced the weight a wee bit more. For my working sets for isolation work, ideally I kind of want to be in the range of at least 10 or 9 to 12, say. Compound 6 to 10, but isolation machines and cabled 9 to 12. This I was only able to, I believe, muster out 7 reps here, so it was quite low. I didn't anticipate how hard this would actually be. So straight away, no rest, sliced it down to 6 kilo, about 2% off, and moved it again for another, I think, 6-7 reps. So that allowed me to hit some form of hypertrophy to failure. So the last exercise to hit the lawn head, it's 2 exercises, 1 set each combined. So you've got dumbbell overhead. Now, I do bringing these down, not to the forehead like a skull crusher, bringing them down to the rear delt. I do personally think, again, for my mechanics, is a lot more superior. I can feel a greater stretch on the long head tricep doing this. I actually prefer these over easy curl bar. I find I can't get the grip or the connection on the easy curl bar. I think it puts more stress on my shoulder joint more. And then when it comes to sort of moving back and stretching the long head tricep, it's just not efficient enough for me. So these here, and again, very safe failure, right? I mean, if something goes wrong here, I can just drop the dumbbells behind the head. So this was 10 kilo dumbbells, I think. Strict form, strict stretch for about 17, 18 reps. One more, come on baby, show me one more. Oh yeah. And then quickly for the final set, I brush them out of the way and move into a body weight overhead. Now I love these. These are kind of an underground exercise. I sort of started doing these during lockdown in the house, during COVID. I'd never seen really many people doing these before, but I think they're extremely good. I mean, really good. In fact, if I was to pick any long head tricep exercise, I'd pick these. Actually, it's just very hard to track it, right? Because the bars at different positions, or being how close you stand or how far away you stand, you're going to get different efforts with them. But these here, to complete failure after that, really tracks the triceps. And that's the exercise. that's a wrap. Like I said in the video, it may not look like much. I mean, it's 3 or 4 exercises essentially, and strictly speaking, the exercises you may look going, double ropes, that's easy enough. Oh, cable crossover, that's easy enough. But it's the level to which they're performed at. Everything is trained to failure, which I'm a big proponent of. I don't really agree with the current day literature on advisories on training close to failure. I think the studies are rubbish. And I think a lot of the training sort of studies can be quite rubbish in a sense, because a lot of it is very much there's so many factors in terms of genetic factors, how intense the participants are training, their nutrition intake is to track, that it's very difficult to get it. But anyway, I'll do a separate video on that in another time. Every set is trained to failure, and it's the quality as well. As you can see, it's slowly performed, and every week it's progressively overloaded, and the first few reps are quite high reps to jam a lot of blood in, and even with that kind of pre-exhaustion in the muscles, still expecting to be able to perform at the highest come the working sets. So that's the tricep and rear delt. Give it a go. If you still like the content, obviously please like and subscribe. It does help me, and it does motivate me a lot to keep doing these videos. If you enjoy them, that is. You may not. Anyway, until the next time, this is Carl from the Oaks Den. Have a good day.